Hello, fams, faves, likes, and loves, and those souls I've yet to meet. This is Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse, with your Tuesday morning pep talk. This week's pep talk is vote on yourself, right? If you are an eligible voter in the United States of America, and after you have completed your civic duty, after you have voted in your local election, and definitely in all of your national election, and for president and vice president of the United States, after you've done your civic duty, then after you have voted for them that have offered themselves to service, I want you to step forward, step out, and vote on yourself. Vote for yourself. What do I mean by vote for and on yourself? Well, what are you doing currently? What have you prioritized that is a vote and a bet on you? What are you doing that is a vote and a bet on you and your dreams, right? What are you investing and committed some time to, right? That is a vote and investment in your step forward with creating the change that you seek for your life and your community. Right. There's so much time and talking and energy that we spend externally focused, and so important when we look at the chaos that is happening, particularly in the United States, in our systems, right? Our government systems, our health services systems, our education systems. So we need to vote and participate civically to try to get those systems under control. But those systems are just one part of, our ecosystem. We are the driving forces, you hear me say, of our life and living. And so after you have done your civic duty, right, have cast your vote and made your vote and made your voice known about what you want to see happen in the civic systems, then you need to vote on yourself. Bet on yourself. What is it that you need, want, desire to take a step forward to make progress in your life and living? And then begin to make a plan. We can't do it all in one fell swoop, of course. We're not going to go from a blink of an eye, right, from $0 to $1 million per se, but we can begin to see the pathway, right? We can begin to vote and bet on ourselves that we actually start to see and believe that we are on the road from 0 to 1 million. So this week, as you go forward, as you begin to, if you haven't already voted early, as you begin to make your voting plan, again, if you are an eligible voter in the United States, after you do those things to cast your voice and your vote in the institutional systems, then pivot and begin to think about how are you casting your vote and your ballot for yourself, your life, and your living. And what steps are you taking? What actions are you going to take? You took an action to vote to cause change in the systems, right? So what action are you going to take to vote on yourself and bet on yourself this week and the weeks to come? Because in voting on yourself and betting on yourself, that creates a pathway for your life and living forward. In that, you know what I'm going to say? All things are possible and nothing is out of reach. So go forth this week. After you've done your civic duty, if you can vote early this week, go forward and vote. If you haven't made your voting plan, if you're voting eligible to vote in the United States, make that plan. And then once you've made that plan, figure out how you're going to vote on yourself and invest in yourself and step out and step forward and create that change that you seek for yourself, your family, and your community. And again, in that, all things are possible and nothing is out of reach. Go forth, vote and bet on yourself and make it great. I'm Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse, and that's been your Tuesday morning pep talk.